Last year in the big leagues, 3.69 ERA. Old friend becoming a new friend.
Yeah.
He's had a really nice spring overall. One bad outing, the rest stellar. Last outing March 17th, the scoreless inning. That's taken down the middle for a strike. And Elise was talking about the foundation of this bullpen and guys having the roles. I think Carl Edwards Jr. has a legitimate shot at making this team, Ryan.
He really does. I mean, he's had a fantastic spring training. Like you said, just the one bad outing, but came out, multiple innings pitched, been able to come out here and do a nice job. Fastball, curveball, get outs, quick outs.
Nice play by David Bodie there.
And it all just comes down to Carl Edwards Jr. coming back, not being on the 40-man, trying to figure out where he fits in this bullpen. But David Bodie coming across second base, making a nice backhand play, flipping it over there to Cooper.
Yeah, Carl Edwards getting the out, David Bodie making the play. It's like drops it a curveball for a strike. I like Carl Edwards Jr. Is it Daniel Palencia? There's another swing and a miss.
In this last week of spring training, you have a guy pitching like this. Nice play by Bodie again. There we go.
David Bodie highlight reel. The Carl Edwards 1-2-3 inning after 6. Cubs trail 3-0. Pitch for the Cubs back in 2022. Talkman flares it foul. Newcomb, former first-round draft pick, and with the Cubs, you see 7 big league seasons overall, 9.13 ERA and 17 appearances. Talkman sprays it foul. Goes 6 innings. Nice job by. So they face the minimum as Talkman pops that one up. Catch made, one away, and Paul Blackburn, certainly the backdoor two-seamer to Bodie was nasty. Nico floats that one to right. Another catch made, and Sean Newcomb 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, after he had thrown curveball.
Paul Blackburn is the perfect pitcher for the Oakland Athletics. He's an innings eater. He's a guy that you're going to give the ball to. 140, 160 innings from a starter as Pagan ropes that one to deep right field. Butler back to the wall. It's gone. No hitter, no more. And Ezekiel Pagan breaks the shutout as well. Solo blast into the bullpen. Cubs on the board here in the 7th. It's a 3-1 game.
This home run replay is brought to you by Toyota, the official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. Ezekiel Pagan staying inside the baseball, left on left against Newcomb here, and he nuked him. You see that, Alex?
Oh, I see what you did there.
First hit of the game, a homer.
Garrett Cooper with the wheels. Reaches, hit off Sean Newcomb and Ezekiel Pagan. I was going to have the same haircut.
You passed on that one?
I did, just over that yellow lining. Was it 355 there? He probably hit a 300 on first. Peralta pops it up. Hoy Park makes a catch, ends the inning. Cubs get their first hit, get their first run, and it'll go to stretch time down by a score of 3-1.
Throughout my career, I've always been a good hitter. The power numbers always haven't been the crazy home run hitter, and playing in Miami, that park's pretty big, so the doubles and maybe in other parks would probably be home runs, but you try to take game to game. There's so many different things, who you're facing, what kind of arm they have, is a sinker, four-seam guy.
2023 Nissan Rogue.
Get a $3 sausage, egg, and cheese, $2 bagel minis, or a $1 donut when you buy a medium.
Nice to see everyone looking good for the year.
You actually highlight something I wanted to ask you because we did get a good look at the bullpen. What are you seeing, just the pieces, the depth that you guys could have there?
Yeah, I think we got a chance to have a really, really deep pen. Obviously last year figured out a pretty good order of things, and then I think just
Wood now. 1-0. Park lines that one to right. Calls in for a base hit. So Hoy Park, a leadoff single off of Keegan Thompson. Now Keegan on the 40-man roster for the Cubs. Saw him break up in the big leagues in 2000.
Box of going out here and trying to get back to his old self.
Cubs try to turn a double play there. Just a fielder's choice. Yeah, but Keegan at this point trying to maintain velocity. His last fastball was 93, which I like to see. And when you initiate contact, weak contact, the flare to right that was a single was off the end of the bat. It was weak contact. And then that ground ball, that's nearly a double play.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when you get to this point in spring training, you know, you're working on the process still, but now you want to see that process pay off, right? Like, I want to go out there as a pitcher and I'm paid to get outs.
Cubs some defensive changes. Jacob Wetzel in right. Bradley Beasley in left. Brian Calmer at first. Hayden Cantrell at short. It's foul third base side. And Nick Allen a solo blast. He's taken up high. Runners off. Throw to second is not in time. Maybe a little bit wide. And you talked about it, this Athletics team, if they're going to win games, they need athletes on the field who can run and take that extra bag, and that's exactly what they did.
Absolutely. And Alfaro did a nice job right there. Stole it kind of off Keegan Thompson right there. Alfaro comes up firing to second. Nice throw, but ultimately just a little late.
Miguel Amaya started the game behind the dish, played 7 innings. Jorge Alfaro trying to find a spot in this organization. 3-1. It's popped up. Shallow left. Nice catch by Bradley Beasley.
Can't just leave it all scraggly.
Must be it. Flare to left. Bradley Beasley makes the catch, ends the inning. We just basically said you look like you're 26 years old, Ryan. Take
Perfect.
the compliment.
I'll take it.
3-1 will go to the 9th. There's on this team. I think Jordan Wicks is a big one because if he can give you 5-6 innings out of that 4-5 spot in the rotation, that really sets you up for success. So if Jordan Wicks has 11, 12, 13 wins this year, this team's going to the playoffs. Cubs down to their final out.
And then you have guys, depending on what the starting rotation is going to look like. Tyone comes back, and then but you guys have Javier Assad, Wisniewski, guys that can eat multiple innings out of the bullpen to save on those back inning arms. You're right. You have plenty of options if you're the Cubs.
In a division that you don't have that many pitching options. Obviously, the Pirates, they have young pitchers, but they're not big league ready yet. Reds have pitchers that are injured. Brewers just got Devin Williams put on the shelf for 3 months, so all kind of adds up to the Cubs being best suited for a run with their pitching staff. That misses up high. Yeah, this organization's done a tremendous job developing pitching talent. You know, trading for them in regards to Daniel Palencia and Ben Brown, Hayden Wisniewski. 3-0 taken down the middle for a strike, and Adbert Alzolay trying him as a starter, but finally being comfortable putting him in that role to be a reliever, and that's really just elevated his career.
And I think you're going to see a lot of guys that, you know, Alex, from doing AAA Iowa games, that you're going to see a guy like Ben Brown who can potentially have a big impact on the big league club this year at some point coming up. So it's not only the guys that are on the roster to start the season next week, but the depth that they have in AAA to come up as well.
Cantrell swings and misses, strike 3. Ends the ball game. Cubs get 1 hit. It was 1 homer and end up losing to the Athletics by a score of 3-1 here today. For Ryan Sweeney, Elise Menaker, and our entire crew, I'm Alex Cohen.